Good morning, class. It's Mr. Lanz here. Today is Tuesday, May 12th, and we are going to begin working on something called a natural resource. Now, where are we coming from? How did we get here? We talked about the different types of energies, and we talked about the law of conservation of energy. And so now we're going to talk about how can we use those energies. How are we going to get those energies and have them work for us, all right, so we can do the forces. Well, so we use natural resources to get all those types of energies. That's where basically they come from. They come from natural resources. So let's talk about, first of all, what is a natural resource. All right, let's break the word down into its two parts. All right, so we have natural and we have resource. So let's take natural to start. Well, what does natural mean? You know, if we're talking about something that's natural, we say that it's organic. We say that it's from the earth. It's not man-made. It's pure. It's fresh. It's clean. It's from Mother Nature, and a lot of times it's untouched. All right. When you go and you buy food that is natural, it's from the earth. It's organic. It's pure. Man has not ruined it. Okay? It's like picking an apple off a tree and taking a big bite out of it. That is as natural as it gets. All right? So then let's talk about what resources. All right? Think about going to the library and working on, on getting a resource. What is a resource? It's something that's helpful. It's something that we can use, is an asset to us. What is it? It's good for us. It benefits us. It helps us. You could even call it a treasure. It's an aid or a service. All right. And so now, if you put those two words together, a natural resource. So we could say that a natural resource is something that we can use. It helps us, but it must be pure. It cannot be man-made. It must be found or grown naturally in, on, or around the earth. So, what are some examples of natural resources? Well, we have plants and trees. These are things that grow on the earth or on the earth or in the earth, whatever you want to say, and they're natural. They're pure. They're from Mother Nature. The air, the wind, that is something that's naturally produced every single day on the earth. Sunlight. Now, the earth doesn't produce sunlight, but it is natural and it's around the earth, so we consider sunlight a natural resource. Fossil fuel coal. And we'll talk about what fossil fuels are in a little bit, but think about coal. You dig it up on the ground. It's produced in the earth, so therefore it's a natural resource. Water is a natural resource. Running water. Animals are natural resources. They grow from the earth. They don't grow on the earth, but, like plants do, but they are naturally produced by other animals every single day. Fossil fuel oil. Once again, we'll talk about what fossil fuels are later on, but oil is produced inside of the earth. We can dig it out and we can get it, we can use it, but it's found in the earth. Lava and magma. Okay, that once again, if you dig down deep, the earth is producing magma inside of it every single day, all the time. Diamonds and gems. I know this is kind of weird. You think of like jewelry as something that's naturally produced, but it is. Diamonds and gems and rubies and all that kind of good stuff that you wear, that stuff is found inside of the earth. All right, metals and different types of ores. These are also found inside the earth. The earth is naturally producing them over millions of years. Uranium and plutonium are actually one or two of those types of metals. These are special types of metals because they are radioactive and they are formed differently, but they are metals, and we will be talking about uranium and plutonium a lot in the next couple of weeks. Natural fossil fuel gases. Okay, gases are inside of the earth. The earth produces gases just like you and I do, and those gases are released, through the surface, but they're in the earth. They are produced by the earth. And last is another one called a biomethane gas. All right, there's a big difference between fossil fuel gases and biomethane gases. These are definitely not. These are definitely not equal. Okay, they do have some similarities, like there are both gases. They are also natural resources, but one is one is produced by animals and by sewage. Hey, listen, when you let out some gas, that gas that your body lets out, that is a natural resource, and that can be used. Okay, when you go to the bathroom, when you poop, that poop lets off gases. All right, sewage, any type of when an animal dies, it begins to decompose. It lets off gases, and all those are biomethane gases. Okay, those are different than the gases that are found inside of the Earth's crust. All right, so these are just a few. These are most of them, but these are a few of the natural resources, and they all contain energy. Each and every one of those has energy, and we could use that energy to produce and do work, to do forces. Each and every one of these has energy, inside of it. Okay, so what are the differences between natural resources? Well, they can be broken up into two different types of natural resources. We have renewable, and we have I put reusable. Oh boy, I messed up. Sorry guys. I'm going to make a quick little change here. This should say renewable, and this should say non-renewable. Sorry about that, messed that up. All right, so I've made one in green and one in red, and I did that purposely. All right, what is renewable? And first, and I put it in green because this is basically meaning go and use them. Okay, go use these because it's okay. You could use those over and over again. All right, it says you can use these over and over again. Why? Because the earth makes them very, very quickly. They're never going to run out. Once these natural resources are used or they die, new ones will take their place right away. They are always there for our benefit. Examples: plants, animals, the air and the wind, sunlight, lava, magma, water, biomethane gases. These are renewable natural resources because you go to bed at night, you wake up, and they're there. You use them all day, you go to bed at night, you wake up the next morning, they're back again. They're never going to run out. There's always going to be air. There's always going to be wind. There's always going to be sunlight. There's always going to be biomethane gases and plants and animals to take each other's places. These are renewable natural resources, and I made them in green because it's good to use these. You can keep using them, and you never have to worry about it. Now, non-renewable, on the other hand, are natural resources that you should not be using as much of them. Stop using these guys. All right, it's not good to use non-renewable natural resources, and there's a few reasons for it. First of all, they're the exact opposite of renewable, and it's the fact that you can only use them one time. Now, the Earth does make them naturally, but it takes them millions of years for the Earth to produce it. That means that because it takes millions of years, the process just takes way too long, and they're being used up much more quickly than they're being produced. And so therefore we say that they will run out because once these natural resources are used or die, nothing will take its place for millions and millions and millions of more years. Examples of this: fossil fuel oils, fossil fuel coals, fossil fuel natural gases, diamonds, gems, metals and different ores, uraniums and plutoniums. These are all non-renewable natural resources because they will never, ever, ever come back. So we've been talking about this fossil fuel. You've been hearing me say fossil fuels, and some of you may know what they are. So what are fossil fuels? All right, we'll do these in purple. Basically, when plants and animals die, their remains go into the ground, just like we have in this picture. They die, they go into the ground. We know this. Now, over millions and millions of years, the fossil fuels begin to break down and become part of the earth. They become part of the earth in the form of oil and coals and natural gases. All right. Now, these things have lots of potential energy, so we can use them as fuel. But the only problem is they have to be dug up and mined, and then they have to be burned in order to release their energy. And so these pictures down here really show you what a fossil fuel is all about. Organic living things die, they go into the earth, they turn into coals and oils and natural gases. We dig them up, we burn them, and we use their energy once they're burned. Now, these things have a lot of potential energy, so they can release a lot of energy, but they also have some very big disadvantages, which we're going to talk about in the next couple of days. So here we go. These are natural resources, both renewable and non-renewable. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. You can answer the question in the stream when you're done. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, guys.